fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to share with you another finish. I'm so excited. So as you can see here, this is the kit that I was testing out my art dot trays on, and I have lots of thoughts about those, what I liked, what I didn't like, but I'm going to share those in a separate video because I feel like it gets confusing for me to kind of share my likes and dislikes because that has to do with the trays, not necessarily the kit itself. So what you can see here is that I kitted up in the art dot trays. I had 8 of the larger trays that I used. And these are the purple ones that say keep calm and diamond paint on the back of them. In this particular kit, the most used color was black. So I had plenty of black. You can see I had some in the tray here, and then I still have these left over. And I had drills of every color left. So excited about that. There were 2 ABs, no, 3. There was a yellow AB, an orange AB, and then of course the white AB. And then I had 2 fairy dust as well. So I'm going to be saving all of those extras, but you can see from like this yellow here, almost no drills of that color left because I used up what was in there. So I didn't run out of anything, had plenty of all the colors. Before I show you the kit, let me show you the trash. So here is the trash. As you can see, this was a square kit and not a ton of trash. Most of it was black, as you would expect, and little kind of plastic pieces, kind of broken pieces, a couple of ones that are twinsies here and there. Those 2 black ones are joined together, but not a ton of trash. So super happy about that. This isn't a huge kit. It is only 32 by 43, so 30-ish by 40-ish. So not a huge kit, but still nice that I didn't have a lot of trash. So let me move all the drills out of the way and we will talk about what kit it was that I finished and we'll look at it. And here it is. This is my Everyone is Welcome Here kit. I actually wanted to get this one done. I was hoping to finish it in June. I didn't actually finish it until I think July 2nd, but I got it done. So my thing with this is, oh my goodness, you guys, it is a square. It's a Diamond Art Club. The grid is really tight, which is a good thing. However, it became a bad thing for me because there are so many ABs, which normally would be great. So you can see here well, you can't see, but down here at the bottom where it says here, that those letters are all in white. Is welcome is all in a white AB. There's a yellow AB here in the rainbow and a heart. There is, or an orange AB, I think I said yellow. Here's a yellow AB in this section. And then I had 2 fairy dust, which is this kind of teal color here. And then this kind of brownish orange is also a fairy dust drill. I started at the bottom thinking that way as I worked up, I would start out with the least amount of black, but I kind of wish I had done it the other way around. The problem with all the ABs is that the ABs are just that smidge bigger than other drills. And even though I was putting them in first, it got to the point where I was really having to kind of push down hard on all the other drills to get them all to fit in because everything is so tight. And again, having a tight grid is a good thing, but just because of the amount of ABs and everything else, those little micrometers count, whatever they're called, microns, whatever the smallest distance is beyond millimeters. Anyway, I love how it turned out. I think it's super cute. The tightness of the grid aside, I liked all the colors. I love this teal AB. I'm not sure what I would do with this kind of tannish orange one, but I said AB, that's a fairy dust. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but I've got a ton of them left over of this color I do. Not as much of this one, but I'm going to save both of them because you can always use fairy dust in something. Same with the ABs, of course, white ABs, I'll save those. And then yellow and orange, and of course the white. So lots of stuff for me to save, and I think this is really cute. It's just a really simple design, but I think it came out really well. They rendered it really well. It's very legible, which is something that I often struggle with in diamond paintings, is that I don't think they do a good job of rendering the words so that they're easily legible. But I think this one is just big enough that even though it's kind of a script, it's easy to read. And everything else is block letters, so that makes it easier as well. But yeah, super cute. I'm actually debating whether or not I'm going to hang this one up. It is kind of hard to see, so I will take B-roll as always so that you guys can see kind of close up what it looks like. My drill work, as always, is not perfect. Everything is not perfectly straight. I tried to get it as straight as I could, but because of the tightness of the grid, I don't know if you can see here, but like you can see a little bit of white and then it kind of disappears for a little bit because as I worked my way through, it just, it was a bit tedious at times. So a little bit of pulling my hair out, and I did jokingly tell my husband the next time I wanted to do something with a black background to not let me pick that one because as we all know, color blocking is not my favorite. This was a lot of that. Even the rainbow itself was quite a bit of color blocking. Of course, the letters were and the background. There's enough different letters when you get up to the top that everything is a different color, that it wasn't too terrible. But even though I like how it turned out, too much black for me. Even though I think there was only 3 or 4 bags of black. So, it's only 30 by 40ish. It's not huge, but just a lot of color blocking. I'm glad it wasn't white because I think that would have been even more frustrating to me. Although as tight as the grid is, I don't know that it would have mattered. It's done. It's complete. I'm happy with it. I might actually frame this and hang it up. I don't know where yet, but somewhere. 30 by 40 frame shouldn't be too difficult to find. That's always my stumbling block when it comes to finishing something and framing it, is half the time it costs me more to buy a frame than it did for the entire kit, which is kind of annoying. So, but it is what it is. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Would this be too much color blocking for you? I'm a confetti fan. I know that's not for everybody, but I prefer to have a little bit of confetti. I think maybe that was part of my frustration with this one, was that pretty much everything was a block of color. There's a little bit of confetti in the rainbows because there's actually 2 different shades of yellow in this stripe. But this is just one AB. This is just the one fairy dust. This is all one AB. This is just the fairy dust. So yeah, pretty much everything was color blocking. It was more enjoyable, which was another reason I wish I'd started at the top, because I got more colors to kind of play around with. But maybe it was good that I did the bottom first so that I could save that for last. And when I was at my most frustrated, which was at the end, that was a welcome change from all the color blocking. So there you go, guys. This is, I guess, my first finish of July. I've got some other things planned. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about what I thought about the art dot trays. I've got a couple of other projects on the go as well. So stay tuned for all of those. Before you leave, guys, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.